Hello! We are going to walk through Rainforest's new generative AI test automation, and I am pretty excited to show you. So, this is what Rainforest looks like. We have a Shopify store on the right here, running in a virtual machine, and then we have our steps on the left. Now, these steps are all natural language prompts. You can just go in and edit them, and these prompts have generated no-code automated test. So click left mouse on men's swim shorts, etc. So this is a fully automated test that is all no-code test automation. And so you can run it whenever you want. It's extremely fast, it's extremely cheap, and anybody can use this because it's no code. You can just go in and easily change the action. You can go in and easily create a new action, and it's incredibly easy for anyone on your team to use. Now, the really cool thing, of course, is that generative AI has actually written these tests. So let me show you what that looks like, and let's kind of rebuild this test from scratch together. So I want to test my checkout. Let's do that. So we click this little jazzy prompt button. I want to select a pair of shorts and add it to the cart. Now we click the magic button and magic happens. So let's open the console here and have a look at what Rainforest is doing. We actually have 3 agents working together to build these tests. So we have a planning agent. This has the high level strategic goal. What are we trying to do? We're trying to buy some shorts. There's 2 pairs. Let's choose one. Then we have this validation agent. This is a very narrow view. It never hallucinates. It just makes sure, like, can I actually do what the strategic visual planning agent is trying to tell me to do? Can I actually do it? In this case, it says yes, and then it provides the reasoning. Select the men's swim shorts. I need to click on the text that labels them as such. And then finally, we have the execution agent, which actually translates what the validation agent and the planning agent have agreed on and translates that into Rainforest automation. In this case, a click on men's swim shorts. Fantastic. So we have our little start of our test here. And if we flip back over to the one I made earlier, which has the full flow in, we can see that this test is here. And if we would start running it, it would run extremely quickly. I'll just run a few steps just so you can kind of get an idea. Now, while this is happening, let me tell you about the most important thing here. And the most important thing is that these are self-healing. And what that means is that they heal themselves. And what that means is that whenever you encounter minor changes in your website or app, which would usually cause automated testing to break, this won't break. In fact, what it will do is it will heal itself. And so rather than your team have to spend time fixing broken tests, rather than your build or your release being blocked by a test failing and having to, go in and investigate what's happened and then invest expensive cycles in fixing the test, these tests maintain themselves for you. So let's take a look at what Rainforest does when it's running a test. So this is the test that we just created, run 4 days ago. Everything worked great, awesome. We can click through and look at the video, all of that jazz. Now, this is another test which was run a few days ago. And in this case, the test actually failed on the first attempt. So on the first attempt, we were looking for the product, but it didn't show up. We found a different product instead. And so the test failed. Usually at this point, your team has to go in and start fixing the tests and investigating and pulling their hair out and shouting at the marketing team, etc. With this Rainforest self-healing, we now have attempt 2 where Rainforest healed itself on steps 2 to 23. So if we actually have a look at this, Rainforest tells us what it did. Self-healing replaced the product selection from men's swim shorts to men's utility shorts. And then it was able to go through the rest of the flow successfully. So the test passed. So Rainforest was able to fix itself, no hassle to you, no one on your team has to do anything, and this just takes a massive amount of time and effort off your team's plate, gives it back to them to actually build stuff that users want, which is what we're all trying to do here. Finally, what happens when a test actually fails? Well, it fails. Rainforest reports a failure. In this case, we weren't able to find any shorts the first time, so it failed. And then when it tried to reheal itself, it also failed again because there were no shorts. And so in this case, Rainforest will actually report the failure to you. So really what this means is Rainforest now gives you this incredible power, right? Where in the past, the thing about automated testing is it's been really fast, it's been really cheap to execute, but it's really expensive to create, and it takes a ton of maintenance effort because they're so dumb. What Rainforest is giving you now is fast, cheap automated testing that is actually smart, that can actually fix itself. And on top of that, this is no code automated testing. So anybody on your team, designer, product manager, developer, QA person, even the founders, God forbid, can do testing themselves. So we're super excited about this new version of Rainforest. We're really excited about what we think is kind of the first good generative AI testing in the automation space, and we'd love you to check it out.